Hello guys, it's Becca and it is time for Rocking with Becca. Here's Miss Macy with her toy and she's going to be bothering me as always. I have my coffee and let's fix this camera. I don't like the angle. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. We're here for Rocking with Becca, and if you're new to my channel, on Saturdays I do a video that I call Rocking with Becca, and it's where I sit in my rocking chair holding a baby, rocking it, and we talk. Either a topic or a tag, or or I tell about my health, or we just talk. Whatever comes up, we talk. Rocking with Becca is usually a lengthy video, anywhere from 45 minutes to a little over an hour. So I always say that right now is a good time for you to pause the video and go grab you a glass of iced tea or a soda or a cup of coffee or tea, hot tea, whatever you like to drink. Go grab you something to drink and sit back and let's visit. And then also I want to go ahead and say at the beginning of the video, I do a lot of yawning. I've talked to my doctor about it. He says some of my medications does that. So, what do you see, Macy? Is there a toy under there? You're so silly. You are so silly. But anyway, I do a lot of yawning. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm sleepy or tired. I just yawn. It doesn't mean I don't have enough oxygen, because I keep checking that. I have an oxygen sensor I put on my finger, and my oxygen's always good. So that's not it. It's just something about one of my medications, or maybe a few of them, causes you to yawn. I don't know why, but anyway. And if I talk about it, I really do it. I really do it. But on the Rockin' with Becca videos, I share the baby of the day. I shout out a channel that has under 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going through the channels that I am subscribed to, and I'm going through them in alphabetical order. And I'm shouting out only those that are under 1,000 right now. Later on, I may shout out the others, but right now I'm trying to help the smaller channels to get more subscribers. I have a playlist that I put all of the Rockin' with Becca videos in. If you'd like to go back and watch some you've missed. You just go to my main channel page, and you'll see the word that says playlist. You click on that, and you find the list that says Rockin' with Becca. And in there should be all of the Rockin' with Becca videos I've ever done, unless I missed putting one in here or there. But they should all be there. You can go back and binge watch if you'd like. So that's there. My channel, to subscribe to my channel, is always free. It doesn't cost you anything to click on that subscribe button. I'd love for you to subscribe to me if you are not. And like and comment on my videos, because that helps support my channel. It helps to get it out there more. in the algorithm, and when that happens, I get more viewers. And whenever I get more viewers, you know, that's always fun. It's always fun to get more viewers. That's why I'm trying to help the smaller channels, because it's always fun to get more viewers and to make new friends. And, you know, the more the merrier, I always say. So, anyway, I do have a paid membership if you would be interested in that. I don't do a whole lot on there, and those that, you know, it's only $2.99 a month, and I really don't do a whole lot on there, but you do get a few little extra perks by being a paid member, but you don't have to be a paid member. You know, that's not something you have to do to be a part of this channel. It's just there if you would like extra perks. Sometimes I give you first access to videos before I make them public, those that are members. Sometimes I do videos just for the members that never go public. It's just for the members. I try to, and I've been missing more than hitting the past month, but I try to post on the community post, or YouTube took it down from saying community to now it's just post. But on my, you know, community post board, I try to post a good morning every morning to the members. You know, there's just a few little extra perks, little extra things you get by being a paid member. But you do not have to. You do not have to. And you that are already paid members, do not feel obligated to stay, because I really haven't been keeping up with it like I should. You just do what you want to do about that. I'm just letting you know, that it's there if you would like to participate in that. If you click on that join button, it would tell you all about it. It does not immediately sign you up, because you have to put in your information, to pay for it. It's there. When you click on it, it tells you what you get by being a paid member. And then you can decide from there if you would like to join in. But that's just totally up to you what you want to do. That is not a requirement. That's not something you have to do. So, all of the preliminaries being over with, of letting new members know what's going on. Again, good time to pause. I got my coffee. And I do love my coffee in the mornings. So, for the baby of the day, did I bring that card in here? I did. For the baby of the day, we're also doing feature dolls, and that's something I'm doing right now, where I'm going through all of my dolls one by one, and I'm checking out their papers that I have on them. If they came with COAs, then, I have that. But if they did not come with COAs, and they didn't come with a birth certificate either, some dolls don't have COAs, but the artist that paints them will make them a birth certificate. Well, if the dolls I have do not have a birth certificate or a COA, then I am making up one for them, so I will have their information right there at hand, and I can keep up with, all the information about them, who they are, what their artist, who their artist was, who painted them, or if it's manufactured dolls like the Paradise Galleries. I usually have a card from Paradise Galleries, but just like yesterday, I had Grayson, I had Grayson, he's a Paradise Galleries, and He's the I Love You S'mores from Paradise Galleries, but I didn't have a card on him because I didn't purchase him directly from Paradise Galleries. I actually traded one of my reborns for 2 Paradise Galleries dolls, and so they didn't come, the cards was not with them. They didn't come with a card. So I made up a birth certificate for Grayson. And, or did he have, yes, he did have a card. He did too. All my babies so far has had a card from Paradise Galleries. What was I thinking? I don't know. I guess because I didn't purchase him directly from Paradise Galleries, I was thinking he didn't have a card. But anyway, but the baby of the day and the featured baby today is my little Kenzo. He has on a white onesie that says tiny but mighty. He's not tiny, but he's mighty. He has on some little red shorts. He's a pretty big boy. Him's a pretty big boy. I love his hair. I have always loved his hair. I love it. And he has his little lovey. It didn't come with him, but he has his little lovey. I gave him this little koala lovey, and he loves it. And like I said, he is Kenzo. He is number 333 of this sculpt. And his sculpt artist is Ping Lao. And I've had this little man since October 11th of 2023. So he's all up to date. I've got his papers all up to date. So he is my sweet man, and I'm just going to sit here and rock him while we carry on with our video. All right. I don't feel like I'm sitting upright in my chair. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with our shout out for today. And our shout out for today is Kim's Dollies. She is pretty close to 1,000, but she is under 1,000. She has 938 subscribers. Let's see if we can get her to 1,000 by the end of this weekend. We might be pushing it a little bit, it being a holiday. There may not be as many people watch my videos this weekend as they normally do. But let's see how close to 1,000 we can get her this weekend. And I will have her link in the title, so you can just click on her link and go straight to her channel. She has reborns. She has 18-inch dolls. She has fantasy dolls. She has a variety of dolls, and she is a great channel. So go check her out, Kim's Dollies. If you're not already subscribed to her, go over, check her out. If she would be someone you think you'd be interested in watching, subscribe to her and let her know that I sent you. So, I've also been doing on Saturdays, Leisha's theme that she's gotten up for Saturdays. Leisha is from Binkies and Blankies Nursery. And I will have her information and her hashtag and all in the description of this video. Leisha has a thing that she does on Saturdays called Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday. And that's where you share any of your small dolls that's 18 inches and below. or any of your stuffed animals, stuffies, cloth dolls, whatever you might have in that category. But the stuffed animals can be as big. They don't have to be a certain size. They don't have to be little. They can be tiny, tiny, or they can be huge, as long as they're stuffies. And so I've been trying to do that every Saturday on my Rockin' with Becca videos, because it gives me a chance to share my other type dolls that I have that I don't show on an everyday basis. So I've been enjoying doing that, and I think you would enjoy it. Be sure to go look in the description and click on Leisha's link to her channel. See what she's doing today. Click on the hashtag and see what everybody else is doing for this collab. Oh, okay. Let's see. Is that all of our preliminaries? Is that all of our preliminaries? Have y'all had a good 4th of July? If you're in the U.S., what did you do for the 4th? I'm going to be honest, it was pretty much just another day for us. We don't have any family or friends that comes around. And it was just hubby and I, and he actually worked most of the day yesterday. And I think he mowed 3 yards. And he was just plain wore out. He come in from doing that yesterday afternoon, and he laid back in his chair and slept for a while. He didn't sleep for a whole long time. I have a video that's going to be going up. It may actually go public before I get Rockin' with Becca uploaded. But it's a video that I shared with my Happy Peeps. That's what I called the paid membership. The paid people that pays for the membership. That's a member of the paid subscription, whatever you want to call it. I call them my Happy Peeps because my channel's name is Becca's Happy Place. So those that are, in the paid membership, I call them my Happy Peeps. And the video that I'm talking about that's going to go public in a little while, I actually put it up for the Happy Peeps first yesterday. So I'm saying all that to let you know that in that video, if you've already watched it or if you're going to watch it after this one, it was actually recorded yesterday. All that happened yesterday. So just letting you know, that when I'm talking about today in that video, it was actually on Friday that all that happened. So just to let you know about that. So let's see, what was I saying? Oh, it was just another day for us. Hubby did grill out, and when I say grill out, I mean he has a grill right outside our back door, and he grills our food on it and brings it in and sets it on the table, because I don't go out. I don't like heat. I don't like bugs. And right now around here, the flies are terrible. You open the door and a fly comes in. And so we're constantly having to kill flies out of here. And it's just, the bugs are terrible. The heat and the humidity is terrible. And so that's what grilling out to us is he just right outside the back door, he grills our food on the grill and brings it in and we eat. And so we did that yesterday afternoon or evening for supper. And that's about what our 4th was like. Which, is fine. It's fine. As long as I have hubby and my YouTube channel, my people here on YouTube, I'm good. I'm good. So, anyway, we got the 4th behind us, and we're going on. Hubby had to work this morning. He'll get off at noon, but he had to go in and take someone's place today, and I sure did hate that. I hate it when he has to work on the weekends. I just hate it, hate it, hate it. But anyway, he had to go do that. One good thing is it's only a half a day on Saturday, so that's good. But I don't like it when he has to go in on Saturdays. So, guys, let's see what we can do. I know what I'm going to do. I just don't know which one to do first. Do I want to set Kenzo down and show you what I have for small dolls and stuffies? I have a feeling this video ain't going to be as long as last video. Don't laugh too hard. Don't laugh too hard. If you're new to my channel, the reason I said that is because almost every Saturday I say I don't think it's going to be as long, and then it ends up being closer to an hour, if not an hour, than when I don't say it. I need to quit saying it, don't I? So it literally won't be as long. But I don't feel like it's going to be as long because I really don't have a lot more to say. We're going to do something, but I don't think it's going to take very long to do it. It may take longer than what I think. So just sit back and relax. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, I think I'm going to put Kenzo over here. And I'm going to bring out a doll for small dolls and stuffies. Now, this baby is not one that I bring out. I mean, I say I bring out. She sits on the shelf in my actually wall heater. I have a wall heater. We don't use it. We have central air. We just have it there, you know, because we have had winters that it iced, you know, and our power would go out, and we've had to use the wall heater to heat. It's propane, whatever you call it. But the majority of the time we don't use it. But this little girl sits on top of the heater. We have it all turned off, even the gas down at the bottom. All that's turned off unless we need it. And I have about 3 dolls that sits on top of the wall heater year round. And so this little girl is one of them. And yes, it's a little girl. She has on pink. And you know, she's not as realistic as my other dolls. That's why I don't just play with her all the time, you know, on a regular basis. But I love her. She is so sweet. This little girl, she doesn't have any kind of papers or anything. She was actually gifted to me by my sweet dear friend, Ren. Ren is an awesome lady. If you don't know Ren at Bushel and a Peck Nursery, I will have her link in the description also. If you don't know her, you need to go check out Ren. She's just awesome. She's so generous and so loving, and she thinks about you. You know, she's just an awesome person. I just really love Ren, and I appreciate her so much. And she gifted me this little girl. And now that I'm holding her, I love the way she feels. I may end up putting her on the list of doing her on a regular basis. And when I say regular basis, I rotate my babies. Right now, I mostly just have one a day because I'm doing the updating on my papers and all. But once I get through that, I'm going to go back to my 2 a day, where I have a baby and a bigger baby. The baby, you know, I change and love and rock during the morning time, and then the bigger baby goes and sits, has to be an open-eyed doll, goes and sits with me in the craft room. And that's the way I normally do it. I usually have 2 babies a day, and I rotate them. I go through my list and I rotate them, so I give them all the same amount of attention. And she's not in my list. I just, you know, have brought her out at times like this that I'm sharing. But now that I'm holding her, I may add her to my list. She's not as realistic. Like I said, she's more of a toy-looking doll. But she is so sweet. Oh, I love her. Okay, I'm going to share with you what she looks like. She's sort of a silicone-y type material. Look at that face. Isn't she adorable? When you lay her down, her eyes closed. I know you can't see, but when you lay her down, her eyes closed. You set her up and they open. And she's soft, squishy, like a squishmallow type material. I guess it's a silicone. She has armatures in her. Now, I don't remember if Ren said she put the armatures in her or if she came like that. I can't remember. I know Ren said she touched her up a little bit. I'm assuming maybe added a little blush to her face. Maybe touched up her eyebrows. I'm not sure just what Ren did to her. But she put a wig on her. I think she said she was bald. I hope I've got all this right, Ren. It's been a while since I received her and read your note. But whenever I opened her up, I love the way she feels. She's so squishy. And her little face, she's just so squishy. You know, I need to find her a pacifier. I'm sure she could take a pacifier. One of my Paradise Galleries, it has the little nipple on it, because her little mouth is open a little bit. And she's just adorable. Little girl, I may have to put you on my list to rotate you and have you more often. And she just feels so, with the armatures in her, you can just mold her to your shape, and she just feels so good. Oh, I love her. But I named her. Her name is Jolene. I wish I could sing. I would sing that song. I don't know. Oh, I forgot the name brand she is. I meant to write that down. But she came from Walmart. Is where Ren got her. And I meant to write, I'll have it in the description. If I can find the name of what kind of doll she is, I will have it in the description along with Ren's link to her channel. But if I can't find it, then it won't be there. But this is my little Jolene, and I just love her. And every time I pick up one of the babies, Ren has gifted me quite a few babies, and guys, I don't take that for granted. You know, I really, really appreciate that. I really do. Ren is not the only one that has gifted me dolls. My sweet friend Jonda at Baby of Mine Nursery has gifted me a few dolls. Uh, oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Tanya from she doesn't have a YouTube channel. I mean, she comments. She has a channel that she comments from, but she doesn't do videos. And she has gifted me dolls. My sweet friend Susie, she's gifted me dolls. I'm sure there's others, and I don't mean to forget you if you've gifted me a doll. But guys, I don't take that for granted. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. It makes me feel loved and so blessed, and I really appreciate everyone that has gifted me a doll, or not just a doll. I have received big boxes of clothes and things from Sandra, Frozen in Time Nursery, and just a lot of people has gifted me different things, you know, not just dolls, and I appreciate every time, everyone, and everything that I have been gifted, and I really appreciate it, and it just makes me feel so humbled and so blessed and so loved. That's why I said a while ago, as long as I have my hubby and the YouTube people on my channel, I'm good. You know, the others, they're missing out. You know, we could have a good time together. They're missing out. But if I never see them again, as long as I have you people and my hubby, I am good. I'm good. And God first. God first. If all of you leave me, if my husband passes and leaves me, as long as I've got God, I can make it. And He is my first and foremost in my life. But from there, having my hubby and then having my YouTube channel is awesome. I'm getting a call, but they'll just have to wait. They will just have to wait. Let me get a sip. Okay, while I'm rocking little Jolene, I have a tag today of 5 questions that I am going to answer, and I am going to ask you these questions. I would love for you to do a video answering these questions, but if you don't do videos, then answer them in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your answers. And that's what we're going to be doing for our topic for the day. Okay, question number 1. What do you find most rewarding about the doll hobby? Most rewarding is my friends that I have made here on my YouTube channel that, you know, likes the same thing I like, you know, that likes dolls, that, you know, likes interacting with them, and that interacts with me. That is the most rewarding. Then from there, when we're just talking about the dolls themselves, my dolls bring me comfort. I have anxiety. I'm alone most of the time. I mean, hubby's in and out, but he don't just sit here in the house with me. You know, it's just me and Macy, which is my dog, and my dolls most of the time. Um, Even when hubby's not at work, which he only works part-time, um, you know, he don't just sit in the house. He can't. He's always been an outside person, and he don't have a hobby to do in the house, and he thinks if he's inside, he's supposed to be sleeping. And I get so tired of him sleeping when he's home. But he's, you know, it's not a whole lot he comes in to sleep, because he has a lot of things he has to do out in the yard, keeping up the yard, and he mows 2 or 3 other yards besides ours, and then he does things at the church, keeps the churchyard up and stuff like that. So he stays busy, you know, he's just in and out. So it's me. And my babies bring me comfort. Just like holding this one right here. It just, I don't know, there's something about holding one of these dolls that just brings me comfort. And I enjoy it so much. So that is the other thing that is very rewarding to me. Okay, question number 2. How long have you been collecting dolls? I've been collecting dolls. I mean, I've collected off and on throughout my life. As a kid, naturally, I had dolls. And then in my younger adult years, I collected porcelain dolls. But, you know, they didn't do anything for me. They were just beautiful antebellum type dresses and, you know, Southern Belle type dolls that just sit on the shelf. But I've been collecting reborn and lifelike dolls since 2018. So the end of this year will be 7 years. I think I started at the end of like somewhere around September, August or September. So it's almost 7 years that I've been collecting lifelike dolls. Question number 3. What are your favorite features of reborn dolls? That's hard to answer because I like everything about them. But when I go to look for a doll, I want it to have hair. I do have quite a few that are bald, but I prefer either painted hair or rooted hair. But I want them to have hair. That is my favorite feature. When I first started collecting, I wanted only girls, and I wanted them to be sleeping because I felt like they looked more, to me at that point in time, I felt like they looked more realistic. But then from that, I started collecting boy dolls and open-eyed dolls. But I guess my main thing that I look for is, do they have hair? Like I said, I do have some that's bald, but I totally prefer some type of hair, you know, combi hair, painted hair, rooted hair, whatever. I want them to have hair. A wig, whatever. I want them to have hair. So, number 4. Do you have a preference for vinyl or silicone dolls? Which one do you prefer, the vinyl or the silicone? I'm not through, but I'm going to lay this down because I'm going to get a sip of coffee. I do love them both. And my dream doll, and you might think this is crazy because it is not a high-end silicone, but my dream doll is to have a 18-19 inch Babe Side silicone doll. Babe Side is a company, a lower end company, but I love the feel. I've had several different silicone dolls. I've had Ashton Drake, or I still have one of Ashton Drake. I have one of Paradise Galleries, the one and only they have. I've had high-end doll, or that's what I was told, that it was high-end. But it was a very hard silicone. It wasn't squishy at all, and I didn't really care for it. I ended up selling it. But I have a 16-inch boy full-body silicone from Babeside, and I love the way it feels. The only thing is it's so small. If I had one that was more realistic size, you know, like a newborn size, I would love that. To have one of their silicones that's more, you know, bigger than the 16-inch. So, but even though I do love the silicone, and that is my dream doll, is to have one from Babeside, you know, in more newborn size. I guess I would say I prefer the vinyl. I feel like they're more durable. I feel like they, you know, you don't have to be as careful with them, pulling on clothes and stuff like that. So I guess I would prefer, my preference would be the vinyl, I guess I would say, because if I preferred the silicone, I'd have more silicone. But yeah, I would say my preference is vinyl. Okay, last but not least, do you prefer dolls that are preemie, newborn, or larger? What's your preference in the size? Preemie, newborn, or larger? And if it's larger, what size larger do you prefer? Do you prefer the 0 to 3, the 6 month, the bigger toddler childlike dolls that's 24 and 26 and 30 inches? And what's your preference? As much as I love my preemies, again, like I was saying about the 16-inch silicone that I have from Babeside, I do like the newborn size. The 0 to 3 and the 3 to 6. See, Kenzo is a 3 to 6 size. He's a bigger doll. He would be one of the dolls I would take into the craft room with me to sit in there with me. But when I think of baby size, I like it like anywhere from 18 to 22 inches. 22 is getting on up there. 22 is more 0 to 3. So I'm going to say anywhere between 18 to 20 inches is my preference in size. Although I do love my preemies, and I love the ones that's over that size. But my preference is the newborn size. Alright guys, I've looked up there and I've seen how long we've been on here. And I said I was not going to keep you over an hour today. Well, I thought that. I don't know if I said it. But anyway, that is the 5 questions that I have. I would love to hear your answers. I'd love for you to do a tag. You know, do a video, answer the questions, do a tag. Do a video answering the questions. And, you know, if you don't do videos, please at least answer them in the comments below. Because I'd love to hear, you know, how you feel about all this. I know these are questions that's probably been asked so much that they're a war slap out. But, guys, you know, when we do videos every day, you don't have something brand new to do every day, you know. You run out of things to do. I don't mean that we don't do anything, we don't have anything to do. It's just you run out of brand new things. And so things are going to be done over and over. Different people's going to think it was their first idea to ask these questions, you know, and in reality, they've probably been asked over and over and over. But it's something to do, you know. It's a way of interacting with each other. It's just, you know, you go to the same stores over and over. You know, it's not a brand new store you go into. You visit the same people over and over. Although you do meet new people along the way, it's not on an everyday basis that happens. You eat the same food. You know, what I'm saying is, even though these questions has been asked before, it's just a way of interacting with each other and having a relationship. And, you know, it just, I feel like when I see others do something on a video that, like, answering the questions that I've asked, I feel like we are having a conversation, that we are interacting with each other. You know, even if you don't do videos, if you answer them in the comments below, and I go back and I read your answers, and, you know, I feel like we're having a conversation, that we're interacting with each other. And, you know, you change the same babies over and over, and in the same clothes over and over. You know, you do get new here and there, but on an everyday basis, we do the same things over and over. So, all that being said, I really hope you have enjoyed rocking with Becca today. I really enjoyed making the video, and I enjoy interacting with y'all, and I am going to go and see if I can call back the person that called me and let them know I'm still alive and kicking. And I don't kick too high, but I'm still alive and kicking. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and visiting with me today. I really do appreciate it. Y'all all mean the world to me. I really love each and every one of you. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and get plenty of rest and ready for the start of a new week. And yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye.